You know that one embarrassing memory your brain plays right before you fall asleep? The thing you said years ago. The weird wave. The joke nobody laughed at. You thought everyone forgot it. And they probably did. But your brain didn't. It saved that moment on purpose. Not because it was important, because to your brain, embarrassment feels like danger. That sounds dramatic. But for most of human history, being embarrassed was not just uncomfortable. It was a warning. A warning that you had done something wrong in front of the group. And for almost every human who ever lived, the group was survival. Your ancestors did not live alone in apartments with locked doors and food delivery. They lived in small groups. They shared food. They watched each other's children. They slept near each other. They protected each other from animals, cold, hunger, and other humans. If the group accepted you, you had a chance. If the group rejected you, you were in trouble. Real trouble. So your brain learned to care, very deeply, about how other people saw you. This is why embarrassment feels physical. Your face gets hot, your chest tightens, your stomach drops. You want to disappear. Not metaphorically. Your body is acting like you have been exposed. Like everyone saw a weakness. Like something bad might happen next. And that reaction is the reason the memory sticks. Normal memories are boring to your brain. What you ate on a random Tuesday. What shirt someone wore. The exact weather 3 weeks ago. Most of that gets deleted, but emotional memories get tagged. Your brain marks them and says, save this. This might matter later. That is why you can forget 10,000 normal conversations. But remember one sentence you said wrong in 6th grade. You remember the silence after the joke. The look on one person's face. The way your voice sounded. The exact second you realized it came out wrong. Your brain kept the sharpest pieces, and it did that because embarrassment is a teacher. A brutal one, but a teacher. It is your brain saying, don't do that again. Don't make that sound again. Don't say that sentence again. Don't stand that way. Don't trust that person. Don't risk being laughed at. The problem is, your brain is not always fair. It does not replay the memory calmly. It replays it like evidence, like proof that something is wrong with you. But that is not what the memory means. It means your brain was trying to prevent social pain. And social pain is not imaginary. Brain scans show that rejection can activate some of the same alarm systems involved in physical pain. This is why being ignored can actually hurt. Why being left out can feel heavy. Why one awkward message left unread can ruin your whole night. Your brain does not treat people as decoration. It treats them as part of your safety system. Because for most of history, they were. So when you embarrass yourself, your brain does not just record the event. It records the threat. Who was there? What they saw. How they reacted. What you should avoid next time. That is useful when the lesson is real. Maybe you were too loud. Maybe you interrupted someone. Maybe you shared something with the wrong person. A little shame can help humans cooperate. It helps us notice when we cross a line. It helps us fix things. It helps us stay connected. That is the good version. But then there is the broken version. The version that wakes up at 1:13 in the morning and shows you a memory from 8 years ago for no reason. You are lying there in the dark, safe, alone. Nothing is happening. And suddenly your brain says, remember this? Remember when you called the teacher mom? Remember when you waved at someone who was waving at the person behind you? Remember when you sent the wrong text? Remember when your voice cracked in front of everybody and your body reacts like it is happening again? Your face gets warm. Your muscles tense. You might even whisper, no, no, no. But here's the strange part. The people who saw it probably did not save it the way you did. They were too busy saving their own embarrassing moments. This is called the spotlight effect. You feel like everyone is watching you more than they actually are because you are always inside your own head. You hear every mistake from the front row. Everyone else hears it from the hallway. To you, your awkward moment is a full movie. To them, it was a 3-second clip that disappeared under their own worries. They had their own face getting hot, their own message they regret, their own weird thing they said at the wrong time, their own memory waiting for them at night. This is one of the weirdest parts of being human. Everyone feels watched, and almost everyone is mostly watching themselves. But your brain doesn't know that. Your brain is ancient. It was built for a world where reputation mattered instantly. If you were known as selfish, dangerous, weak, or strange, people might stop trusting you. And trust was everything. Trust decided who shared food with you, who warned you about danger, who stood near you when something went wrong. So your brain became a reputation machine. It tracks faces, tone, silence, laughter, eye contact, tiny changes in how people respond. Most of the time, it does this quietly. But when embarrassment hits, the system turns loud. It burns the moment into memory. Not because the moment deserves to last forever, because your brain thinks repeating it will protect you. This is why embarrassing memories often come back when you are trying to rest. During the day, your brain is busy. Messages, noise, tasks, people, food, work, school. 100 little problems. But at night, when everything gets quiet, your brain starts sorting. It pulls out unfinished emotional files. Things you did not fully understand. Things that made you feel unsafe. Things that still feel unresolved. And embarrassment is often unresolved because you never got a clean ending. Nobody stood up and said, "Don't worry, we all forgot." Nobody handed you a receipt that said, "Social damage repaired." So, your brain keeps the file open, just in case. Modern life made this worse. Your ancestors embarrassed themselves in front of a small group, maybe 20 people, maybe 40. Then the moment passed. There was no replay button, no screenshots, no group chat, no comment section, no video that could follow them forever. Now, one awkward moment can feel permanent. A bad photo, a weird message, a voice note, a post that did not land, a joke with no likes. Your ancient brain is trying to handle modern exposure, and it was not built for this much audience, so it overreacts. It treats a social media mistake like a village-level disaster. It treats a delayed reply like exile. It treats one strange look like proof that everyone secretly hates you. And usually, they don't. Usually, people are tired, distracted, hungry, thinking about themselves, trying to survive their own brain. But your brain is cautious. It would rather make you cringe too much than ignore a threat that might matter. That is the trade. The same system that makes you replay embarrassment also helps you learn empathy. It helps you apologize. It helps you read a room. It helps you notice when someone's smile is fake. It helps you care when you hurt someone. Without shame, humans would be terrible at living together. But with too much shame, you start treating every small mistake like a life sentence. And that is where your brain lies to you. Because a memory can be vivid without being important. A moment can feel huge without still mattering. Your body can react like everyone remembers, even when nobody does. Think about the embarrassing memories you have of other people. Not celebrities. Not big public disasters, just normal people you know. How many can you actually name? Probably not many. And the ones you do remember, you probably do not hate them for it. You might even feel closer to them. Because awkwardness is one of the most human things we have. It proves there is a person in there, trying to be liked, trying to be normal, trying to say the right thing at the right time. And sometimes missing. That is all. Most embarrassment is a person missing. For 1 second, but your brain saves it like a warning carved into stone. So, the next time that memory appears at night, try to notice what it is really doing. It is not showing you proof that you are broken. It is showing you proof that you wanted to belong. That you cared. That your brain was watching the group and trying to keep you safe. It just used an old system in a new world. A system built for fires, tribes, and survival. Now trapped in classrooms, offices, phones, and comment sections. The memory may never disappear completely, Some of them don't. They soften. They lose their teeth. They become stories. And one day, the moment that made you want to vanish might become something you can laugh at. Because the truth is, you remember it from the inside. Everyone else saw it from the outside, and most of them stopped watching a long time ago.